Hey guys, I'm Michael Allen for TravelCostaRicaNow.com. Guys, it feels like people have been calling my mom a bitch, and I haven't said anything or stood up. Well, in this case, Costa Rica is my mother, and I'm over it. I'm getting tired of it. The last couple years, all you read about is crime is on the rise, murder and mayhem in Costa Rica. Oh, Costa Rica's becoming a war zone. You can't even go, around every corner there's a guy with a gun ready to rob you. Well, I'm going to put some things in perspective about this whole violent crime thing, because it was the last straw when I read this editorial last week in a internet news source called AM Costa Rica. Thousands of people read this. It's like for people that can't read Spanish, basically, that live down here, want the news about Costa Rica. Now, they were very irresponsible in even printing this, but that's a whole nother story. But anyway, here's the article. For years, Costa Rica has enjoyed having a biased U.S. media that never considered running stories about all the horrible things that happen there. One tourist gets killed in Aruba and it's all over CNN and the mainstream media, but dozens get killed in Costa Rica, some in very violent murders, and you never hear a word about it. The time has come for the truth to come out, and maybe if it destroys the country's tourism and real estate market, something will happen to fix the problems with the legal system and law enforcement. If people accept that murder, theft, fraud, corruption, and torture are tolerable occurrences in paradise, then Costa Rica will be just fine. Guys, there's so much wrong with this article, I don't even know where to start. This guy's all over the board. He's talking about murder and real estate and corruption and fraud. Now, for this video, I'm talking about people that are going to travel here. All right, it's a different video. If you live here, it's a whole different video about how you deal with crime here. It is. This is about you coming to Costa Rica to visit here. All right, and here's the problem. Okay, another quick example. This is the Australian government's official website as it pertains to travel about Costa Rica. This is the first sentence. We advise you to exercise a high degree of caution in Costa Rica because of the high risk of serious crime. The incident of violent crime, including armed carjackings, home invasions, and gang muggings in Costa Rica, remain significant. Express kidnappings, where individuals are abducted and forced to withdraw funds from ATM machines to secure their release, are becoming increasingly common. Guys, you know, the internet is a great source of information. I mean, that's why we do our videos, give you information about coming down here. But you know what? It's filled with misinformation, drama, out and out lies, sensationalism. But the two biggest, I think, problems, and pertains to both these kind of editorials, if you don't know anything about Costa Rica, you really do think you're stepping into a war zone. And the problem on the internet is a lot of people are what I would call repeaters. They're blogging about Costa Rica. Maybe they're starting something about Costa Rica. Well, they've never, let's say, been to San Jose, so they go to somebody else's site, take what they say about San Jose and cut and paste it in theirs. So they take this article written from the Australian government and they just repeat it. That's a repeater. They don't know anything about San Jose. They've never been there. They might even never have been to Costa Rica. The other problem is, just like this Australian one, ones that purport to be like the official website, you know, they're the experts. What they do is the medicine bottle approach. You know when a medicine bottle says, oh, taking this medication may cause insomnia, dizziness, the need to shout out cuss words. You know what I mean? They say so many things just to cover their bases, and that's what this Australian website did. They just threw stuff out there. I'm telling you, I've been to San Jose a million times. I bet, you know, San Jose is like any other city. Yeah, it's got its problems, and maybe crime is on the rise. I'm not even saying it's not on the rise. But New York City, Detroit, Miami, you know, they all got their problems too. Now, it's funny, just to go on a little further, you know what this Australian website says about the United States? Their first sentence? Crime rates are higher in larger cities such as New York, Los Angeles, and Chicago. Tourists are often targeted for petty crimes such as pickpocketing and theft, particularly on public transport. Wow. Do you see kind of the irony of that? And you know, United States has got some of the most violent cities in the world, I would say. Detroit, hello. You know, now you could have said the same thing about the 3 cities here, Limon, Punta Arenas, and San Jose. Yeah, it's their cities. They have a little bit higher crime rates. I'm telling you, if you follow our videos, some of our advice, or some more of the responsible websites pertaining to Costa Rica, and you travel here, I'm telling you, you're not going to have a problem. Your likelihood of running into violent crime here is still this much. Now, random things, random acts of violence do happen, and they happen here as well, and those are the sensational news stories you hear about. There's not dozens of murders here, guys. There's not. I don't know where that guy got that, where he made that up at. But if you don't know, you might think that that's true. Now, me and D'Angelo probably travel more around Costa Rica than you ever do, and all I'm telling you is we've never had a problem. Could we have a problem? Yes, definitely we could. We know that. But we take precautions, and we haven't had one. So that's all I'm telling you. You're coming down here. You know what? If I was going to give anybody some advice about traveling to Costa Rica, my biggest travel tip would be, I think you make a mistake. I'm probably going to take grief for this. I don't think you should travel alone. I don't. I don't think you should go out alone. I don't think you should travel alone. I know a lot of backpackers do that and that kind of thing, but I think that's the biggest problem, biggest thing. I don't think you should travel around. Now, if you're going to miss Costa Rica because you listen to this stuff about violence and crime and people with guns, you know, you're going to miss some serious beauty here, guys. I'm telling you, Costa Rica is worth coming down here and checking out. Because if you're going to call my mom a bitch, I think you should get to know her first. You know what I'm saying? Get to know her personally. All right, so hey, I'm Michael Allen for TravelCostaRicaNow.com. Peace, guys. Hope it helps.